graceful way to navigate this life. So if you guys are ready, we're going to get up on our feet. We may have to work a little hard today. It's a little chilly. Yeah? You know that it's the cold mornings of Sanborn that have inspired my love for chair pose. You know? I do. I have a deep fondness for chair pose and for plank pose because of our chilly mornings out here. These are beautiful ways to bring heat. It's a little chilly. It's not chilly? Do you guys think it's a little chilly? No, it's hot? All right, we'll see. We'll see. Go ahead to the back of your mat and open your feet wide out to the corners. So you have a nice wide stance. And I want you to kind of like just soften your knees and then just kind of let yourself fold over. Just kind of drape your body down. Soften your knees. So it's not really like a normal forward fold. This is kind of a formless awakening to see where the tension is in your body. And so this is just a moment for you to come into present time and to bear witness to the state of your being right now. What does your body tell you? And then what is your response to the information? Can you grab your elbows and sway a little side to side? And when you sway, are you just swaying the upper body or are you shifting your weight? You know, how do you move? Are you even thinking about that? And can you explore that and be a little curious? And then go ahead, release your fingertips to the floor in front of your feet. Go a good 4 to 6 inches in front of your feet. There's room for you, Joey. Right there. And so I want you just on your fingertips, and I want you to shift a little weight to the fingertips and then a little weight back to your heels. And just rock forward and back a little bit. And again, just pay attention to what comes up for you. What kind of information are you receiving? And all of this kind of feedback is going to happen throughout the practice today. And so I want you to be paying attention. Now, find a place where you feel like you have really even weight distribution in your feet so that you can take your hands off the floor. And then I want you to bend those knees and tuck your chin and start to roll yourself up slowly. Make sure your belly button is to your spine. Your head is going to come up last. It feels like there's a little bit of a drag there, so I need you to really tighten up your hamstrings and stack your spine with purpose. That's it. Now with your feet nice and wide, stand on purpose. Stand tall, lift the chest, lift the head, roll the shoulders back, turn your palms to face forward. That's it. Take a moment right here and think about how you could be on purpose today. Could it simply be that you're going to be aware of the sensations of the body and you're going to attend to them in a really healing and beautiful way? Or is there something else? Is there something in your life you need to be a little more on purpose with? I think that yoga teaches us how to be on purpose. One of the root teachings of yoga is dharma, to know our purpose. And so today, how can we play that out right here on the mat? Can we be purposeful? Can we keep our hearts open? When you're pretty sure about what your work is here today, whatever it means to you, I want you to raise your arms up with a big inhale and just kind of offer that up. That's it. Tip your ears back. Look up at your hands. Take another deep breath here, and then draw the palms together and bring it right down to your heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale, and then walk your hands out into plank pose. This is one of those poses that it really helps to be on purpose. If there is any part of you sagging, it makes the work way harder. Can you lift your knees a little bit away from the floor? Push the heels back a little. Feel your legs on purpose. So you want those legs super straight. Your legs are probably the strongest part of your body. So keep the knees lifted. Yeah, now pull the chest a little bit forward. You feel a little stronger there? Yeah, so the thighs are really strong. You're lifting the leg bones. And then you're going to keep all of that nice structure in the body, but bend your elbows and take it down onto the belly. Good. Inhale into cobra. It's a little baby back bend. And release. We'll do 2 more. Inhale into cobra. Just feel your spine. And exhale, release. You can do this on your hands and knees. I don't know your knee, but yeah, you can do it on your hands and knees. Inhale, cobra. Yeah. Yep. And release. Now we move into downward facing dog. Yeah, when you got a baby in the belly, you can't lay on it. You don't want to squish them. All right, so how can we make this down dog just a little bit more on purpose? What does that mean for you? Does that mean that you're a little more focused? Does it mean that you're engaging more body parts so that each one can work a little bit less? Or could it be that you're noticing your attitude? Maybe you're noticing that you're hard on yourself. And every time you feel like you're pushing too hard, you're going to notice and you're going to ease off. Let's take one more breath here and make it feel good. And then exhale, look forward. Walk your feet right up to the top of the mat. Come halfway up, inhale. And then fold deeply, exhale. All right, feet are together, bend your knees, chair pose. All right, staying right there in chair. Lift your heels away from the mat. It's just little ways to make you pay attention. All right, come to standing. Release those heels. Draw your hand right to your heart center. On the inhale, arms reach. And exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen halfway up. And step back right to that plank pose. I want you to take a moment here again and organize it. So again, you're feeling a little more on purpose. You know that your body is working in cooperation. Take another breath. And then slowly lower down. You can push the floor away from you. It'll make you feel a little bit more in control. And then inhale, cobra, little baby back bend. Make it sweet on your spine. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Spread your fingers wide. Even your handprints today. On purpose. We all define that in a slightly different way, just based on the experience that we've had right here on this earth in this lifetime. If you are feeling like you have gotten off your purpose, today is the day to come back. If you feel like you have been too on purpose and you are just so driven that you have not given yourself a break, use this yoga today to find the balance so you come back to you. Take one more breath right here. And then if you would, look forward and bring both feet right up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Come to standing, hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms reach. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, lengthen halfway up. And then exhale as you step back and lower. Take it all the way down. And then big inhale through cobra pose. And exhale back into down dog. We're going to stay in down dog, and I want you to feel the right side awaken. We do this a lot. Push the right hand and the right foot. Try to lift the right hip and just notice what you feel. And then do the same on the left side. Just give it a little love, a little extra push, a little extra pull. The feet are still on the ground. And And then give all 4 of those points, especially the index knuckles. We want to ground the hands, rotate the shoulders a little wide. Last breath. And then if you would, just look at your hands and start that journey forward. Walk your feet to the top of the mat. Come halfway up as you inhale. And then fold, this time a flat back coming up. So legs are straight, head comes up, hinge at the hips and reach. And then exhale, hands right to your heart. All right, one last time. Inhale, arms reach high. As you exhale, fold low. Lift and lengthen, heart forward. Step, step back, and lower. Same exhale, all the way to the belly. Inhale through your back bend, and then exhale into down dog. All right, we're gonna take our first lunge. So the right foot's gonna step forward to the hands, and I want you to rise up. Arms reach up high to the sky. You're up high on the ball of that back foot. Feel the work in the outer edge of the back foot so you have some stability. And then give me your most purposeful, your most beautiful expression of this pose. That might mean that you are not looking at anyone else here. You don't really care what anyone else's work looks like or what the traffic is doing. You have tuned into the sensations of your body. Your eyes are focused, your breath is flowing. Give me one more inhale. Good to be alive breath. Exhale, flow it out. Hands down. Step back and lower. On your inhale, take the back bend, make it beautiful, cobra, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do it on the other side, same idea. Left foot steps up, stay on your right toes. It's a high crescent lunge, and I want you to find your purpose here. Are you using your hands and your feet equally like you did in that down dog? Do you feel just as much energy drawing in as you are expressing out? Are you true to your breath? And are you in this present moment? You guys look pretty freaking amazing right now. Take one more breath. And then exhale, flow it out. Place your hands down, step back, and lower. Inhale into cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. All right, one last breath. As you exhale, I want you to look at your hands and start that walk. Walk, jump, step, however you want to do it. Come to the top of the mat with your feet together. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, fold. We're going back to that chair pose, so bend your knees, reach your arms high, and then come to standing, draw your hands right to your heart. Nicely done. Chair pose again. Inhale, sit back, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Fold your head low. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. And then step, step back. Feel the organization of plank and then lower with purpose. Inhale into cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. The right foot steps up, but this time the left foot turns flat. We call it Virabhadrasana 1. You guys know this one. I don't know a better pose for you to be on purpose. The warrior, every warrior has a purpose. A warrior is someone filled with passion, with a sense of direction and purpose. So what is it today? What is it that you are working for? Who is it that you really want to be?
I wish I was there.
Take it in just a little deeper. I know you can bend that front knee just a touch. And then lift your heart and reach from your heart to your fingertips. Take a breath. And then exhale, flow it out. Keep your belly to the spine as you step back and lower. Nice. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Other side. Same idea. Purposeful. Left foot steps. Let's rise up. Warrior 1. Feel those feet on the ground. Stand in them with your purpose. I think you can sink a little lower. And at the same time, you can reach a little higher. There are a lot of little technical things that I could give you in this pose, but right now, in this moment, that is not what matters. It's your attitude, it's your energy, it is the purpose with which you do your work. Everything that you are right now in this moment should be in this pose. That's what it feels like to be on purpose. Give me one more breath. Lift from the heart to the fingertips, and then exhale, flow it out. I know, I can see it in some of your faces that you are on purpose, and it looks so beautiful. It's giving me chills. Go ahead, lower slowly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog.
I'll be strong for you. Just be strong for me. I'll be strong for you.
Do your best. Not work your hardest. Do your best. That's what this is about. Last breath, push a little, and then exhale, look forward. Jump, step, or walk, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. I'm going to have you sit there for just a moment, because I want to talk about what's coming next. We're going to put together everything that we just did, but we're going to try to do it one breath per pose. And so I'm going to call out the breathing, but I want you to really try to stay with the breathing. Are you ready? Take a breath right here, and then exhale, stand, and draw your hands to your heart. Find the rhythm of your own breath right now. If you can make it a little longer, a little slower, and a little deeper, you won't feel like you're rushing through your poses. If you're rushing through your poses, you're not going to be on purpose. It's sort of the way you feel when you're rushing through your week just to get everything done, but you don't really feel clear about it. You don't feel like everything is being done from your heart. And so right now, the core of this beautiful sequence is going to come from the rhythm of your breathing. And that's what's going to make you feel on purpose. So on your next inhalation, you're going to take chair pose just for that one inhale. Go ahead, inhale, sit back and reach up. As soon as you're ready to exhale, forward fold. Breathe out the whole time. And then inhale halfway up and lengthen. One exhale, both feet back and lower. Empty yourself out till you're on your belly. And then big inhale as you take cobra. Exhale on your way to down dog and step the right foot forward, left foot flat. Rise on the inhale. Come on up. One big deep breath. As soon as you're ready to breathe out, hands go down, step back and lower. All on that breath. All the way down. Inhale into cobra. And then exhale as you touch down dog. Left foot steps, right foot flat. Rise on the inhalation. And as soon as you are ready to exhale, the hands go down, you step back and lower. Empty, 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 all the way down. Big inhale as you take the back bend. And exhale back to down dog. Now, I know that's not easy. But did it feel a little more on purpose? Yeah. All right. 2 more breaths here. Just kind of settle in. Find the rhythm. Last breath. Push back. Look forward. Jump, step, or walk top of the mat. Come halfway up. Inhale. And then fold as you exhale. On the inhalation, bend your knees, chair pose. Come to standing, hands right to the heart. We're going to do one more. Inhale, chair pose. Follow your own breath. As you exhale, fold in. Halfway up as you inhale. Step, step back and lower on the exhale. Breath goes out. Inhaling cobra. And then exhale all the way back and step up with your right foot. Rise as you inhale. One big deep breath in. And then exhale as you flow it out. This is hands down, step back, lower. Beautiful. Inhale, cobra, breathing, breathing. Exhale as you move back and step with your left. Rise on your inhale. Full expression. And then exhale it all the way back down. I love the way you're moving, and I love that some of you are fast and some of you are slow. We're gonna all meet in down dog. Once you get to down dog, get back on purpose with the breath. Smooth out the heart rate. Feel your handprints. Check in. It's amazing how much we can accomplish when we are on purpose. Last breath here. On your exhale, look forward. Bring the feet gracefully forward. Halfway up as you breathe in, and then fold as you breathe out. Last time, chair pose. Bend your knees. And then come to standing with your hands at your heart. Put a little smile on your face. And that's really nice for you to do for you, but it's even nicer for you to do for everybody who's on the other side of the park. Yeah. It feels good to make other people feel good. Imagine if that was your purpose. What would life feel like then? Look at all the, like, what's going on. I see it. All right. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway. Inhale. And we're going to go back to that plank pose, but hold it, kind of like we did at the beginning. Make sure all of the body parts are working together. You have strong legs. You're pushing the floor away. Now, I want you to roll to the right so you're facing left and just reach your left arm to the sky. We're not going to stay long enough for any variation. So just lift and breathe and then return to plank pose. That's it. And then roll to the left. Reach the right arm up to the sky. See if you can keep your hips rising. And then eyes down, hand down, and lower yourself down. Inhale into cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Very good. Think about how you might be able to ground a little more at the index knuckle so that maybe you can roll the shoulders out and not be so deep into the pit. One more breath here. And then walk your hands to the back of the mat. So it's kind of like where we started. Hands go back to feet. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold. With a flat back, rise up to standing. Head up, chest up, reach. And then your arms are going to go down and behind your back. Clasp them together. Inhale, extend your spine. That means heart lifted, full of purpose. Tip the ears back, get the spine a little longer in the front. And then with your belly to the spine, start to fold, lead from the heart. Come all the way down and let your arms stretch a little bit away from your back. The feet can be hip distance apart here, just like they would have been in the down dog. That's it. If you're feeling like you're very heavy in your heels, don't be afraid to put a touch of weight into the toes. If you're already heavy in the toes, certainly don't lean forward. That would not be a good idea here. All right, one more breath. Let's go ahead and release our hands. We're going to bend the knees about 90 degrees, which means you got to drop your bottom the same height as your knees. And then reach your arms forward. So I kind of like what I see, but there's a couple little things that I think might make this a little better for you. And I would like you to take your gaze further away, like to the middle or the front edge of your mat. Yeah, so I want you to feel like your hips can pull back, but your chest can pull forward. And then some of you are really smart. You notice that if you kind of lay your belly onto your thighs, you get a little bit of a break. So I want you to lift the belly and the ribs off the legs, and then bring the biceps near the ears. Yeah, so hips go back, arms and chest pull forward. You're going to take one more breath and then fold in. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. soften your knees. Slide your hands under your feet. Padahastasana. You can really bend the knees here. You don't have to be in a really straight leg. You don't have to be pulling so tightly on the hamstrings. One more breath. And then just simply slip the hands out from under the feet. And begin to look forward. And as you inhale, I want you to walk forward. Come back to that plank pose. That is really good. Feel the heels push back and the chest and head pull forward. Again, a lengthening of the spine and engagement of your core. And now just lift your right toes off the mat. Just feel them unplug. Keep that leg really strong. So I want it to feel like it's still in the pose. And then put the toes down and lift the left ones. Yep, keep that leg on purpose. Don't let it just get flaily there in the back behind you. Like on purpose with that left leg. And then put the toes back down. And keeping those legs on purpose, move into downward facing dog. I like it. So the legs are pulling the pose back. And the hands are pushing the pose back. And everything is rising. Try not to overexpose the rib cage because then you really overexpose the shoulder, the armpit. Take one more breath here. And then forward into plank pose. We're going to lift that right foot again. And this time I want you to pull the right knee to the right elbow. Try to touch it. And then move into a one-leg down dog. Know that your legs are on purpose. They're helping you pull back. And then come forward, knee to nose. Tuck the chin this time. Tight, tight, tight in the core. And then inhale, take the leg all the way back and up. Let's cross the body. Go to the left elbow. Look forward. Lengthen forward. Chest forward, eyes forward. Don't look at your elbow. That's it. And then one leg down dog. How you guys feeling? You okay? You with me? All right, come forward plank. Last one. Pull the knee right up into the chest and hold. And then look to the left and step that right foot out to the left. Just step it under and through, yes. And then left arm comes up. Pivot the back foot flat and have a little fun. See if you can feel the bottom of the pose lifting you a little higher. And if you're feeling like you want to have a little freedom, you can even bend the front knee. Yeah, bend it and go in. Do it till it feels good. And then press yourself back. As your eyes go down, your hand goes down and you step back to plank. And lower. Get back in rhythm with your breath. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, are you guys ready? Other side. Come forward, plank. We're going to unplug the left toes and bring left knee, left elbow. Keep that chest forward, head forward, and then one leg down dog. All the way up and back. Stay on purpose. Knee to nose this time. Crunch it in tight, 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 tight. One leg down dog. Use that leg. It's powerful. Pull it back. Then cross your body. Go to the right elbow. Long spine. Lengthen. All the way back. Take an extra breath or two. Make sure that you're in your breathing and you feel on purpose. And then we come forward again. Plank pose, knee to belly. Look to the right. You're going to step the left leg all the way through. And then pivot the back heel flat and lift that right arm up. That's it. Now I want you to have a little fun. See if you can notice how the bottom of the pose is what's lifting you. Lift from underneath. And then maybe bend the front knee. Yep, go ahead, bend that knee. Stretch your head back. Enjoy yourself. And then push back again. Straighten the legs. Eyes down, hands down. Step your foot back and lower. Inhale into cobra. Shoulders are back. Now relax your neck. Yeah. Lengthen your neck. So think About right there, maybe. That's your pose. Right there. All right, exhale, downward facing dog. Take one more breath here. And then just simply place your knees down onto the mat. Hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. I want you to really feel your shins and your feet on the floor, your hands on the floor, and I want you to start to make circles. Can you do that? Can you just make some circles? You can make them big or small. Another moment for you to get on purpose. What are you feeling? What are the sensations of the body? And what are you doing with them? What do you do with that information? This is a perfect opportunity to check into how you feel and not worry about how you look. Make sure that you're moving in one direction so that now when we switch, you can actually start to create those same organic movements in the other direction. Close your eyes and just really tune in. Appreciate this moment, because in 2 more breaths, we'll be working again. So you're going to start to stabilize. You're going to start to bring yourself to the center. And we're in a nice, strong tabletop pose. Let's tuck our toes under and just do a floating table. So that means the knees float up off the floor. Can you widen the chest and look to the front edge of the mat? And now I dare you to unplug your right hand and touch your left shoulder. Then put it right down. Do the other side. Let's try 2 more on each side. Can you do it without moving anything? Can you do it without moving anything? There you go. That's on purpose if you ask me. All right, go ahead. Place your knees back down. Take a breath. Right arm is going to go forward and left leg is going to go back. I just wanted you to appreciate how nice it is to have the roots of the pose. And so let's use the right shin and the right foot and the left hand as much as we're using the ones that we lifted. Reach like you mean it. Feel the muscles hugging the bones. See if you can get a little more lift. See if you can notice that there is some strength in the back of your body. You're going to work from the left glute and from the back of the right shoulder. Pick it up, bicep near the ear. There it is. I don't know, for some reason I still feel like you have a little more. Can you just pick it up a little? There it is. And then release, child's pose. Do this on purpose. Just as fiercely as you just did your pose. One more breath. And then come back to your tabletop. Hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. Feel the belly pull to the spine. Root down with your hands, root down with your shins, even your ankles. Press a little bit. Yeah. And then left arm forward, right leg back. That's it. This is actually the song that inspired this entire class. This right here. I want you to feel yourself on purpose here. Belly to the spine. Where's the strength in the back body? Can you access a little bit more? Maybe just slowly. You see if you can venture into new territory. Lift a little higher. Don't let the belly fall out as you do it. That's it. Take one more breath. I think you've got just a little more. And then release. Let yourself go back into child's pose. Let's reach our arms forward and turn our palms over. Yeah, roll those shoulders out. Try to soften.
Peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. Living in the moment.
All right, we're just gonna take one more breath here.
Off the hook for things I've done.
Then those hands are gonna turn back over. They're gonna root down into the mat, and you're gonna rise up into your downward facing dog. And this one particular down dog, I'm gonna have you take one step in. So you shorten your stance just a little bit. The stance is just a little shorter, not a lot shorter. I want you to be able to feel like your hands and feet are all grounded. So if you're one of those that has trouble getting your heels down, this is your opportunity to shorten the stance and make your feet feel really flat and grounded. That's it. Now, come up high on your toes, soften your knees a little bit, and then pull the belly to the spine. And I want you to reach your right arm across the mat and grab the outside of your left foot, ankle, or shin. You can even grab your heel if it works out for you. And then you're going to slowly start to straighten your legs. And as that left foot pulls the right arm through, you're going to look under the left arm and twist. Now I want you to feel both legs pressing back and down, heels down. Go ahead, get your heels down a little. And then stay really strong on the left side, but start to bend the right knee and soften into your hip. Oh, make it feel so good. Give me one more breath. And then press both legs back as you release your hand. So good. You ready for the other side? Come up high on the toes, soften your knees, reach that left arm across, grab what you can. The outer calf, ankle, maybe the heel. Start straightening those legs back. Look underneath that right arm. See if you can really straighten that right leg. And when the right side feels really stable, start bending the left knee. Let the left hip go down. Find the place that feels so good. Take one more breath there. And then straighten your legs as you release that hand. So good. Push back one more time. Inhale. And then come forward, plank pose. Lower yourself down slowly. Inhale into cobra. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. All right. Let's take the right foot and step it forward to the hands. Drop the left knee down softly and rise into a crescent lunge. That's really good. Now, I want you to see if you can feel that feeling of pressing down to rise up. So we're going to point the toes back. Yeah, point the toes back so that back foot isn't tucked. And you're going to press onto the toes, press onto the ankle, start pressing into the shin, and see if you can press down so much that the left knee comes off the floor. You've got to be on purpose here. You can do it. Press down to rise up. Where's the core work? Press down to rise up. Now, from the heart to the fingers, give me a bigger expression, more on purpose. More powerful than you ever thought you were. Last breath. Go ahead, knees softly down. Hands to the floor, inside the leg. Bow your head humbly. Now we're going to wiggle that right foot out to the edge of the mat. Just wiggle it out. You could even turn the toes out and let the knee turn out a little bit. And if you want to, drop to your elbows. Just delve in there a little bit. Tune into your breath and your sensations. And make sure that you're approaching this in a way that makes you feel on purpose. What is it about this moment? What is it about how you do the pose that makes you feel on purpose? I think the answer to that question is presence. Don't let the mind wander. Stay focused. Stay in the grace. Now we're going to walk back up onto our hands. And we're going to add a little structure to this like deconstructed thing that we just did. So I want you to wiggle that right foot back onto the mat and make sure that that right foot is pointing forward. And then I want you to tuck your left toes and lift your left knee. And now that you're all stretched out, can you soften your elbows and tuck your right shoulder under the right knee? Pull that core in, and then with that arm under the leg, you're going to take your arms out like wings and fly. Those legs need to be on purpose. Stay up on the ball of the back foot. Lift up off your heel. Dan, look at my back foot. Up there, up on the toes. Yeah. All right, one last breath. Release your hands. We're going to take a deep breath, look up, and then step that right leg back and lower. Whew. Inhale, cobra. You're almost there. Exhale, down dog. Pause for a moment. Reconnect. The left foot's going to step forward and the right knee's going to go down. So we're going to take a really nice stretch first. Widen the stance, maybe even turn the front leg out if it feels good. And then rest on your hands or your elbows. What feels right for you here? The deepest pose isn't always the best pose. It's the one that feels really right and really on purpose so that you can be in your breath, you can be in your body, in your sensations. You can be so aware that you notice your thoughts and you notice that the thoughts are purposeful. When they aren't, you come back to your breath and you work on disregarding. Or you contemplate, where does that come from? So maybe you could heal it. These are the reasons we do yoga, my friends. It's just a benefit that we also get loose hips. But don't mistake the work that you're doing on the mat here. We are learning how to be better at being ourselves, at being on purpose so that we can do something in this world with this life. Let's walk the hands back up. Let's straighten that front leg. Make sure the toes are pointing forward and then tuck the back toes. Oh, I totally forgot the... All right, we'll get it, I promise. Let's not tuck the back toes. Sweep the arms up. Yep. All right, so you know what's ahead of you here. It is that rooting down to rise up. This is your moment, people. Right here, you're going to push into the top of the foot, into the shin, maybe lift that back knee. If it doesn't come up, it's okay. Pretend you are. I want you to pretend you're lifting, like you are rising high. Your heart is reaching to your fingers. Give me the most beautiful expression of this pose. Breathe in, and then let it go. All right, hands down to the inside. Everything straight lines. Tuck your back toes under. Lift that back knee. Put everything on purpose. That back leg is strong. We're going to soften the elbows a little. That doesn't mean put them back down. Just soften them so you can tuck your left shoulder under your left knee. Try to look a little forward. And then if your hands will agree, lift them off the ground and fly. Spread them out like wings. Square the hips. You'll feel more on balance. Yes. Beautiful job, everybody. Heart soaring. One more breath. Look at you, Elle. There's an arm balance here if somebody wants it. If you don't know it, then that means you're not supposed to do it. If you know exactly what it is, then you go for it. Yep. And then we're going to all come on out slowly. We're going to put those hands down. We're going to step that left leg back and lower. Here's your last vinyasa. Make it good. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Drop your knees and sit onto your heels. Fold your hands into your lap. Close your eyes. The truth is, we may not discover our real full life's purpose in one yoga practice. But I promise you, the more moments you spend getting the tension out of your body, breaking your habitual patterns of movement, your habitual patterns of thinking, the more comfortable you get sitting still with yourself, the closer you get to who you are. There's a really beautiful, vibrant soul inside of you. And no matter what's happened in your life, to block that or veil that in any way, whatever it is that might have made you forget for a little while, it's still in there. So if it's just a moment or two, can you just sit and breathe? If sitting on your heels hurts your knees, don't do it. Sit cross-legged. Empower yourself enough to know what's right for you. Every single thing I offer is a suggestion for you to use in a way that serves you. It's not about me at all. Now, however you're sitting, let's all just bring our feet around in front. Bend your knees, put your feet on the ground. Lean back. Whenever I say that, I feel like I'm gonna, like hip hop, lean back, lean back. Like, I don't know why. I have this crazy mind. Every once in a while, something has to fly out. So make sure your chin is level with the ground. You don't want to strain your neck. But we do want to engage the core. You have options here. I want you to just do what you can to keep the chest lifted. You can hold on to your knees. That's actually one of the best things that you can do. You can also try to challenge yourself by lifting your feet from the mat. It helps if you touch toes, ankles, knees together. Make your legs feel like one. Explore what it would feel like to straighten your legs. If that means you round your back, don't do it. If you can keep your back straight and your chest up, then try. Your arms can be forward. They can still be touching your knees. You can release them. Keep the chin level with the ground. Take the arms out wide if you want to. What I'm looking for here is like a test to see if you are willing to give up your breath for the pose. That is not what we want to do. We want to make sure we're breathing. So don't take any variation that's going to take your breath away. Take your biceps to your ear. Are you still breathing? Are you still in your power? Take the arms back out like wings. Make sure that you're still breathing. Maybe right now is a good time to shine a smile across the park. Bring your arms forward as if you were offering it out to your friends across the way. And then bend your knees. And simply place your feet down. And then bow your head humbly forward and thank them for supporting you through that. Because if there wasn't a park full of people watching you, I guarantee you, you wouldn't have stayed in it that long, right? We are funny creatures. All right, so in this nice, soft, and humble moment, keep your back round, keep your belly pulled into the spine, and just start to roll yourself down on the mat. You can lay yourself down onto your back. I want you to lay still for a moment and just look at the sky. Watch those clouds just floating by. Those clouds floating by just represent time. We have no time to waste. We have got to get on purpose. And we have to start thinking about that in all aspects of our lives, not just in a pose or at the office. What about at home? What about with your friendships, your family that don't live in your house? What about the things that make you feel alive, your hobbies? Can we get back to them? Let's go ahead and bend our knees, put our feet flat onto the mat. With your arms nice and firm down by your sides, come up into bridge pose. Push down to rise up. If you're feeling it, you can clasp your hands together behind your back, roll the shoulders in a little closer, and get a little more lift out of your chest. Yes, as you lift through the chest, you can feel your heart grow. That is where this is going to come from. Squeeze my legs. So you squeeze in and lift up. Yes. So the heart feels big. And then we start to open the arms, open the shoulders, take it down, upper, middle, lower back. You can take your arms out like wings, just straight out from the shoulders. And then I want you to pull the right knee to your belly and extend your left leg straight down the mat. Arms stay out like wings, so I'm asking you to do this, no hands. Look, Mom, no hands, right? So the right knee is in, the left leg is extended all the way down. Left leg straight down. And then just give me the feeling of like morning stretch. Just kind of roll your right knee over to the left. Don't lift and scoot your hips. Just kind of let it be a little crooked. It's a little bit of a diagonal angle here, and it should feel really good. So roll the knee toward the ground, so no arms. Take them out to the sides, and then roll this all the way to the left. Yeah. Just like stretch and reach, and then roll onto your back. Release the right leg and pull the left one in. Again, no hands. Pull it up to the chest and then roll it all the way over to the right. Like you want to touch your knee to the floor. Look to the left as you do it. And then roll back again to the center and do one more on each side. Do it like it's a morning stretch. Like it's just like this. Yeah, one on each side. This is straight. This one's straight. And then do the other side the same way with no hands. Yeah, kind of nice, right? Yeah, I like the way you're moving. Let's go ahead and come back to the center. Pull both knees into your belly and use your hands. Go ahead, give yourself a good squeeze. And then as you place your feet back down, put the soles of your feet together. Let the knees drop open and take your arms up over your head. Feet together, knees wide. See if you can let go. For right now, just make the stillness your purpose. Start to let go of this pose and find your way into Shavasana. So your arms will be down by your sides, your legs down the mat, and everything should feel sort of anatomically correct. Everything should feel semi-neutral, so there's no disturbance in the body. Take the mind to the breath. Soften everything that you can. Go ahead and begin taking some nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Do them with a little sense of purpose. And then maybe start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and let your awakening be gentle. Know that you're starting to let the circulation return. You can start moving the bigger body parts and eventually find your way to seated. And as you come to seated, just please bring your hands to the center. Let the palms press equally together. And let the gentle pressing of the hands help you to sit up a little taller. And so I want to thank you for being open, for coming out week after week, and just being open to explore the possibilities. And it doesn't really matter what this journey is for you. We each have our own very unique and different purposes in life and on the mat. My hope is that one day they become one and the same. I think that's what it really truly means to live your authentic self, is to be exactly who you are, whether you're here on the mat or you're driving in traffic or you're home with your family or you're at the office or on the phone with somebody. How many different hats, how many different masks do we wear? And could we maybe find a way to unite all of that into one amazing, magical person and just be the same everywhere that you show up? Treat your circumstances with the same responsiveness and the same attitude. That would be amazing. That is my work every single day. And I feel beyond grateful just to be able to share a little piece of that with you. So thank you for coming out. Thank you for being open. Let's close this practice with the sound of Om. We can just do one together. Just let your voice rise. It's A-U-M. It starts down low. It rises up. And the M really resonates up in the crown and the roof of the mouth. So when you're ready, let your sound rise. Go ahead. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, 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 and namaste. Namaste, everyone. Have a happy Saturday. Thank you. Thank you. I have some clipboards going around, and the clipboards are important. 2 of them are from the city. They ask us to sign in when we come here on Saturdays. We're on city property. They ask us to sign this waiver. So if you didn't get here early and you didn't get a chance to sign it before class, please put your name down. And there's another one going around that's for my email list. And so for days like when the weather is iffy and you're not sure if there's practice, like we actually communicate with you about what's happening here in the park. Sometimes there are events in downtown and we cancel. So last week with the breast cancer walk, everybody was like not sure if it was happening. So I can't even tell you how many texts, Facebook messages, the studio messages, like is there yoga, is there yoga, is there yoga? Like if you're on the email list, I promise you communication. If we're not going to be here, I will let you know on all social media and in the email. And also when we have special events going on, like something big, that is coming up on January 1st, and registration is open. We have hundreds of people already registered. We have engaged teachers from all over South Florida, from Miami to Jupiter. So there are communities, not just our community, that will be attending this year, so I definitely recommend a pre-registration. So go to somethingbig2018.com. You'll find out all the details. You'll see pictures from last year, and you can click the button and register right there. We have amazing sponsors like Farmers and Farmers Express, Farmers Table Boca, Joey right here, big fan, Yoga Journey, and I am a huge fan of Farmers. So we are in this together. Other like-minded businesses like Trend Tea, Raw Juice, the other people that come out and share. All of us come together to make this event happen for you. So Lululemon, also a big supporter of the yoga in the community. And so all of this, it's not like just me sitting at the center, me and Andy. We may have had the vision, but we can't do it alone, and we do it for you. So sign up for that. Be part of that big day, New Year's Day in Meisner Park, somethingbig2018.com. If you're a yoga teacher and you want to go on retreat, do a little bit of training. It's a 7-day teacher immersion in Costa Rica. December 8th to the 15th. I only have a couple of spots left if anyone's interested. And we have a new schedule at the studio. I have some passes here if anybody wants. I have magnets, and I have the new schedule. So we added afternoon classes, little power hours at 1:15. Anybody want to come in the midday and sneak in a yoga practice? 1:15 every day now. We have meditation at 12:30, all kinds of really fun things, amazing things going on. If you haven't been to the studio, come get a pass and be my guest. Yes, a magnet for the car. Thank you. Or put it on your fridge so every time you see it, you'll think of us. Yeah, here, have another. Thank you. So, Yoga Journey magnets, Yoga Journey passes. A pass? Yeah, come be my guest. Oh, and a magnet. Yeah. Okay, a schedule. Okay, and a pass. Yeah, come and see us. We're in the Wyndham Hotel on Glades Road. So, no, across the street from the Renaissance. It's on Glades and 95. It's also accessible from Military and 19th. So I have passes, magnets, schedules. Yes, a pass. Please come and see me. You're welcome. Something Big 2018. Because something big is happening on New Year's Day. It's huge, right? Something Big 2018. And all of the details are there. You can see all of the people that are involved. You can see pictures from last year. DJ Drez is coming back again to do the music. All exciting. Costa Rica.